For decades, the world's oceans have had an undisputed king, the United States Navy. Its presence has been felt in every major waterway, shaping the course of global events and ensuring freedom of navigation for allies and partners alike. Since World War II, American aircraft carriers have projected power across the globe, acting as floating cities and unmistakable symbols of U.S. dominance. These massive ships are not just military assets, they are icons of American influence, capable of responding to crises anywhere on Earth. The sight of a U.S. carrier strike group sent a clear message: Washington was watching and its reach was virtually limitless. Few dared to challenge this formidable force. 11 supercarriers formed the backbone of this power, serving as mobile air bases, command centers, and diplomatic tools. Each one is a floating fortress, bristling with technology and firepower. In any crisis, the first question often asked: where are the carriers? Their location can shift the balance in a conflict, and their movement is closely monitored by friend and foe alike. Their presence alone can de-escalate conflicts or signal resolve, without firing a shot. The mere arrival of a carrier group can change the calculations of adversaries, but history never stands still. A new challenger is emerging from the east, China. The global balance is shifting as Beijing sets its sights on the open ocean. Once focused on coastal defense, China is now building a navy at breakneck speed. Massive shipyards work around the clock, launching new warships and submarines at an unprecedented rate. The world watched as China launched its first two carriers, the Liaoning and the Shandong, important milestones but both based on older Soviet designs, lacking the cutting-edge features of their American counterparts. Now something new has arrived, the Fujian. This ship represents a leap forward in Chinese naval engineering and ambition. The Fujian is China's third and most advanced aircraft carrier, a direct challenge to U.S. naval supremacy. It's larger, more capable, and designed to project power far from China's shores. It's not just another ship, it's a statement of intent. China is signaling its arrival as a true maritime power, ready to compete on the world stage. The Fujian incorporates technologies once exclusive to the U.S. Navy, such as electromagnetic catapults and advanced radar systems, narrowing the technological gap. Its launch signals that the era of unchallenged U.S. naval dominance may be ending. The balance of power is no longer guaranteed. The Pacific, long considered an American lake, is now contested. Both navies maneuver for influence, and the stakes have never been higher. The Fujian is more than steel and circuits, it's the embodiment of a new global power dynamic. Its presence marks a turning point in naval history. The world is taking notice. Analysts, governments, and military leaders everywhere are watching this new era unfold. The question now: how will the U.S. respond? Will it innovate, escalate, or seek new alliances to maintain its edge? The balance of power at sea is shifting before our eyes. The next chapter in naval history is being written right now. What sets the Fujian apart? In a word, technology. The Fujian is a true supercarrier, displacing over 80,000 tons, matching the size of America's giants. Its most significant leap is the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System, or EMALS, the same tech found on the U.S. Navy's newest carriers. EMALS allows the Fujian to launch heavier, more advanced aircraft, including the stealthy J-35 fighter and the KJ-600 early warning plane. This means greater range, more firepower, and a more lethal air wing. The Fujian is a floating airbase designed to project Chinese power far from home. It's not just an incremental upgrade, it's a revolutionary step for the Chinese Navy. With advanced launch tech and a modern air wing, the Fujian is the centerpiece of China's blue water ambitions. It signals that China is no longer content with a coastal defense force. The Fujian is built to challenge the U.S. on the high seas. The era of uncontested American naval power is over. The world's oceans just got a lot more competitive. To grasp the Fujian's significance, compare it to China's earlier carriers. The Liaoning, a refitted Soviet hull, was mainly a training platform with a ski jump ramp, limiting aircraft range and payload. The Shandong, China's first domestically built carrier, improved on the Liaoning but kept the same ski jump system and its limitations. Both ships were steps forward but still a generation behind U.S. carriers. The Fujian changes everything. Its EMALS catapult system allows heavier, fully loaded aircraft to launch, breaking free from the constraints of its predecessors. Now China can operate advanced fighters and support planes, vastly improving its strike group's reach and effectiveness. Compared to America's Nimitz-class carriers, the Fujian's tech is on par, and only the newest Ford-class carriers use similar electromagnetic systems. China has leapfrogged a generation of technology. The Fujian isn't just an improvement for China, it's a direct peer to America's best. The balance of naval power is shifting. The world's carrier race just got a new frontrunner. The question, how will the US respond? The Fujian's technology isn't just impressive, it's strategic. Older Chinese carriers were limited to coastal defense, operating mainly within the first island chain. The Fujian's catapults and advanced air wing shatter those limits. Now, China can project power deep into the Pacific, threatening US bases in Guam and Japan. In a Taiwan crisis, the Fujian could create a second front, complicating US and allied responses. Its presence could blockade or isolate Taiwan, fundamentally altering the military calculus. In the South China Sea, the Fujian is a mobile fortress, enforcing China's claims and intimidating rivals. It provides air cover for Chinese vessels, ensuring control over vital sea lanes. The Fujian transforms China's navy from a regional force to a true blue water power. The Pacific is no longer a one-nation domain. The rules of the game have changed. The launch of the Fujian is redrawing the Indo-Pacific strategic map in ways that were unimaginable just a few years ago. This new supercarrier is not just a symbol of China's naval ambitions, it's a game-changer for the entire region. For decades, US strategy relied on containing China within the first island chain, projecting power and dominating the vast waters beyond. American naval patrols and alliances formed a formidable barrier shaping the Pacific security order. The Fujian is built to break through that containment, operating freely in contested waters, where US dominance once went unchallenged. Its advanced technology and air wing extend China's reach further than ever before. This changes the military balance around Taiwan, no longer a one-sided affair, but a confrontation between two carrier navies, each capable of projecting power and influence in the region. The risk for the US has grown. American commanders must now plan for direct carrier-to-carrier confrontations, raising the stakes of every encounter. In the South China Sea, the Fujian gives China a stronger hand to enforce its sweeping claims, supporting its coast guard and militia in disputed waters. Every US patrol is now more complex and dangerous, with the potential for miscalculation or escalation higher than ever before. China's shipbuilding boom is also shifting the numbers game, with new warships rolling out at an unprecedented pace. The plan now has more vessels than the US Navy, and the gap is widening year by year, changing the calculus for naval planners. While many are smaller ships, the trend is clear. China is building a large, modern, and increasingly capable fleet, with new classes of destroyers and submarines joining the ranks. The Fujian is the crown jewel, backed by advanced destroyers, frigates, and submarines, forming a powerful carrier strike group that rivals any in the world. Quality and quantity are converging as China's Navy closes the gap in technology and training with its American counterpart. American naval strategy faces its toughest challenge in generations, forcing a rethink of deployments, alliances, and investments. The Pacific's balance of power is in flux. The world is watching as the next chapter in maritime history unfolds before our eyes. With the launch of the Fujian, China's most advanced aircraft carrier to date, a pressing question emerges. Is US naval dominance coming to an end? The answer isn't simple, it's layered and evolving. The US Navy still holds several key advantages, most notably, its vast experience and operational know-how. Decades of carrier operations have given American crews unmatched expertise, allowing them to handle emergencies and high-pressure situations with confidence. Running a carrier strike group is one of the most complex military feats on Earth, requiring seamless coordination between ships, aircraft, and personnel. The US has honed these skills through countless real-world deployments and rigorous training. China, by comparison, is still in the early stages of mastering these operations. The Fujian's crew is new to this high-stakes game, still building the experience that only time and repeated missions can provide. The US also leads in submarine warfare. Its fleet of nuclear-powered attack submarines remains a major threat to any carrier group, providing a hidden edge beneath the waves. America's global network of allies and overseas bases gives it strategic depth and flexibility that China can't yet match, allowing rapid response almost anywhere on the globe. But China is closing the gap, investing heavily in anti-submarine warfare, building advanced submarines and steadily expanding its global reach with new bases and partnerships. The Fujian itself is proof that China can now match US technology in key areas, from electromagnetic catapults to advanced radar systems. The real question is about trajectory. China is learning fast, adapting its tactics and training with remarkable speed. The US advantage is real, but it's not guaranteed to last forever. History shows that technological and strategic edges can shift. The naval balance is shifting and the race for maritime supremacy is truly on. The future will be decided by which navy adapts faster, embracing new technology, strategy, and training. The contest is just beginning and the outcome remains uncertain. The Fujian is just the start of China's naval ambitions. More carriers are coming, a fourth is already under construction, and China aims for at least 6 by the 2030s. Future carriers may be nuclear-powered, giving them global reach and endurance. The arms race isn't just about ships. Both China and the US are investing in hypersonic missiles, unmanned systems, and cyber warfare. The next decade will see rapid innovation. Drones, lasers, and new strategies will reshape naval combat. The Fujian is a stepping stone, not the finish line. The US Navy is also pushing forward with next-gen destroyers and advanced tech. The fleets of the 2030s will look very different from today's. The contest for control of the seas is accelerating. The outcome is far from certain. The Fujian's rise isn't just a military story, it affects the whole world. Global trade depends on secure sea lanes, long guaranteed by US naval power. As China's navy grows, control of these vital routes is up for grabs. US allies in the Indo-Pacific, Japan, South Korea, Australia, the Philippines, must rethink their security strategies. Do they double down on the US alliance, build up their own forces, or seek accommodation with China? The choices they make will reshape the region. Chinese carriers are also tools of diplomacy, signaling global reach and influence. The world is moving from a unipolar to a multipolar order. The Pacific naval race is about more than ships. It's about the rules that will govern the 21st century. The Fujian is a symbol of a historic transformation. The launch of the Fujian marks a turning point in naval history. The Pacific is now a contested space, with 2 global powers vying for control. The US Navy still holds key advantages, but China is closing the gap at unprecedented speed. The Fujian proves China is no longer just imitating, it's innovating. The future of the Pacific and the world may hinge on this rivalry. Will it lead to a stable balance or a dangerous new era? The answers will be written in the years ahead, shaped by choices in Washington and Beijing. As the story of the Fujian unfolds, its impact will touch us all. The next chapter in naval power is being written now,